It's one of those days, y'all. It's been filled with bad news. Hell, LSU lost and my ex-wife is still alive. So it's been a bad day for a lot of folks. But we're going to have a good time tonight at the Funny Bone. Y'all ready to do that? All right, man. Thank y'all for coming out because we got two very talented comics coming to the stage in just a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few minutes, Nathan Timmel is going to be on the stage tonight. And your headliner tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is Kenny Smith. How about a round of applause for him? Let him know you're sitting out here waiting to see him. All right, man. My name's Lee Adams. I'm going to be your host this evening. And before we get started, if you have a cell phone, go ahead and turn it off, put it on vibrate, stick it in your back pocket, whatever you're going to do with it. Ignore it for about the next hour and a half. You know, I finally lived long enough. I wish I didn't even have a cell phone no more.
Right on.
You realize how many times I've been 2 blocks away from the house and had to turn around and go back to the grocery store just because I had a cell phone in my pocket. Honey, I need some sugar. I'll give you some when I get there. No, I need a 4-pound bag. Oh, shit. Okay, Brooksies, here we come. But no, man, it's great y'all came out. Thank y'all for coming out. Any of y'all go to the Rebel today? Good. I'm glad y'all didn't go, man, because it was raining down there, and all they're going to do, they're going to make you trade money for coupons, treat you like a kid, like they can't trust you with cash, and you're paying all that money for that overpriced beer in a cheap-ass plastic cup. At least down here at the Funny Bone, you ain't getting rained on, and your overpriced beer is in a nice glass or a cup or something like that. That's a better deal all the way around, man. Hey, y'all, this has been a great year for me, man. I can't believe 2009 is almost over, man, because this has been a great year for me, y'all. A lot of good stuff happened for me. In fact, this was the first full year that I've had all my kids out of my house, y'all. And I'm going to tell you something. Some of y'all don't understand the significance of that, but some of y'all do. I'm going to tell you something. I spent 24 years raising kids. 24 years spending most of what I earned on 3 people I didn't even like. And I finally got that last one out of my house, man. And I know in an audience like this, there's probably a young couple, and they're probably in their early 20s or something, and I know what they're thinking. You know what they're thinking, baby. You know, I'm going to get married, have me 2 or 3 kids, have me a little happy-ass life. Look at me, baby. This is my serious face. Don't do it. Not for any man. Don't do it. I'm telling you, man, that's the hardest job you will ever do in the world. It is the most thankless task in the world. I mean, and if you think about it, it doesn't even make sense on a logical level, y'all. I mean, whatever made us think there was going to be some big thrill to having 3 or 4 little hungry, homeless, unemployed people with bad attitudes hanging around our house all day? When did that get to be fun, you know? You wouldn't pick these same people for friends, but all of a sudden they get to hang out all day for free, you know? And oh man, everything about your life changes once you get kids involved in it. It does. Hell, I like Pop-Tarts too, you know? Try finding one when there's a 17-year-old boy in the house. You think you're going to find one? No. I'll tell you what you're going to find. You're going to find an empty box in the pantry. You're going to find 2 empty wrappers on the kitchen counter. Mama going to come home and see that after a hard day of work standing in them cheap-ass Payless shoes, and that little boy and everybody look like him going to be in trouble, and you ain't even got a crumb in your mustache. Oh, man, I'm telling you, really, seriously, raising kids will literally change everything about your life, man. It even changed the way me and my wife, Shirley, celebrate Independence Day. We used to be like a lot of y'all, you know, July 4th, red, white, blue, firecrackers, beer, and barbecue. We used to do that. But a couple of years ago, we changed it. We celebrated Independence Day in the Adams household on August 9th. You hear me? That's right, August 9th. Because that's the day we took Lee Jr., the baby in the nest, the last one of the 3, y'all. And we loaded all his worldly possessions in that little Dakota Dodge pickup truck we gave him. You know, little beanbag chairs and tennis shoes and Michael Jordan posters. We took that PlayStation, unplugged it, wrapped them cords around it, threw it in there too. Everything that wouldn't fit in his truck, we put it in my F-150. And y'all, we followed that boy east down I-20. And when he got to Nielsen Hall and stuck that key in that dormitory room door, I felt like Martin Luther the king. Free at last. Free at last. Thank you, God, for letting me live long enough to get all three of these out of my house. Oh, man, that was the happiest day of my life. If I ever been that happy before, I don't remember it, Jimmy. But I tell you something, I learned some important differences about women and men that day. I did. Lee Jr. got a room on the 6th floor. Hell with the elevator, it can't get me there fast enough. I'm running upstairs to a box. As soon as I get one down, I go get me another one. But here's my wife. Every box is like a death march. Then she want to help him unpack. Hell, he got the rest of his life to unpack. How about we just get these boxes out of my truck? I got a list of things running through my mind I might want to try for the first time in 24 years since we finally got the house to ourselves. So she dragged that out, y'all, as long as she could. We get headed back to Bossier City. We're not even at the Sinsboro exit yet. Look over there in the truck beside me, and there she is. Already missing it. Looking at me, mad at me, like it's my fault he finally grew up and got what we call the hell out of my house. But then again, man, I show you the difference in women and men. Because if the state police had pulled me over, put a gun to my head, and asked me, do you know Lee Jr.? I looked him straight in his face and no, sir, I don't believe I do. We had a little boy, but he moved out about 45 minutes ago. Honey, what was that little boy's name used to live with us? Because daddy don't give a damn about kids, man. I hate to let the secret out. That's just another hand got to go in that bucket of chicken before it get back around to us. That's the way we look at it. But oh man, let me tell you something. Marriage is a beautiful thing, man, because when you've been married long as me and Shirley have, and we've been married like, I think it works out to be like 196 dog years. It's a long damn time is what I'm saying. And when you've been married that long, sometimes you can communicate without even saying a word, man. It's beautiful, it really is. And we're driving down the road a little farther. Some of y'all might know where this is. Exit 33, where the pilot truck stop is. I looked over there at her again, and I could tell she was thinking the same thing I was thinking, y'all. And by the time we pulled up in the driveway, we were both sitting in the front seat of that F-150 butt naked, you hear me? That's right, we walked in the front door butt naked and just walked around scratching ourselves and looking at our pretty place for about 30 minutes. And that downstairs is so pretty with you naked? I didn't know that. Always a damn kid down there before. Oh, it was wonderful, man. We've been making payments on that big screen TV for 2 years, but last year on August 9th, we got to sit down and watch Oprah at 4 o'clock, butt naked on the big screen. Hell with the air conditioner, I turned it off. Went to the refrigerator, freezer, opened both doors, stood there and cooled my 49-year-old testicles off in my own kitchen, just like I always wanted to do. Then we went upstairs and did it in his bed. You damn skippy we did. We paid for that one too. And you know good and hell well he done it in ours. Oh, some of y'all gonna go get quiet on me now, huh? Yeah. You know good and well everybody in this room that ever had a chance to break a piece off in mom and daddy's bed did it. And we got him back too, y'all, because he brought his little happy ass on for Christmas break, and guess what? We ain't changed sheets for shit. How about that? Matter of fact, that's the do-it room now. That's right. You just go over there and do it, come back across the hall and go to sleep, and ain't got to have that stupid conversation about the wet spot, because it's over there across the hall. Hell, I might be a damn genius, I don't know. But oh man, let me tell you something now. Don't think about it, guys. Don't think about it. You know, I'm not young anymore, but we can finally, I'm telling you, we can finally, for the first time in 24 years, we can make love like grown folks with the light on and the door open. sexy faces at each other. And we can cuss and holler and make racket and stuff, man. It's cool. But I'm going to tell you young cats something. I know y'all don't believe it.
Yeah, we do.
But the day is coming when you ain't going to have a choice about making racket when you make love.
Oh.
You get over 40 and try something you ain't done in a while, and that Charlie horse gets you in the back of the leg. Woo! Woo! And that is an awesome pain, too. Now, I believe it goes directly to your soul or something, man. And when it hits you back here, so it makes you do like that, you know? And I might be telling too much of my business here, but y'all seem like good, clean Christian people that won't tell nobody. Me and my wife, we're going to try something a little different this one night. We're going to mix it up a little bit, you know? We've been married 29 years. We're going to try something different, keep it fresh. So she gets on top. Y'all, when that Charlie horse hit me, it locked me up, you hear me? I'm screaming like I'm being electrocuted. And she started doing shit she ain't never did before. I'm like, no, get off, Christian. I'm trying, get off. So all I'm saying is, once you get over 40, before you go trying something you ain't done in a while, hell, limber up first. And look, if the person on the bottom gets to making too much racket, they'll check with them. They might not be having fun no more. Hey, thank y'all for coming out, man. Y'all are a great crowd. Let's have a nice time tonight. How about that? Yeah, I like y'all, man. Y'all are cool, man. And seriously, I don't know if you know this, man, but a crowd, just after a little while, takes on kind of a personality of its own. It really does, man. And I'm not saying this to suck up to nobody, because my wife ain't even here. But y'all seem like good people. You do, man. I mean that in a serious way. I'm not saying you the kind of people that would help me commit a crime or nothing. But you look like the kind of people that would sit down with me and help me work on a good alibi. And I appreciate that about y'all. I do, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring this next comedian to the stage. In the year 2000, this next comedian coming to the stage moved to Los Angeles so he could make it big and famous. In 2006, he moved to Iowa. A failure. He's here for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. How about it, please, Mr. Nathan Kimmel?